Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see behind me, it's very misty and foggy, kind of an eerie feeling here in Zone 9, North Florida. Today is November 30th, and you know what that means. It is the end of the month tour. Come along with me while we show you the changes in the garden and what's going on. Let's get started. So we're going to start at this raised bed. This raised bed has the red potatoes that we planted. And as you can see, they have all come up. Everything is growing. And keeping our fingers crossed, sometime in April, we should have a bumper crop of red potatoes. No problems with it or anything like that. I just have to ensure that I keep them watered, but they're doing pretty good. This is my veggies long bed, and in this bed we have lettuce and a couple red turnips. And almost every lettuce plant has bolted, with the exception of maybe one. So I have some more Romanesco broccoli that I am growing inside from seed. When they are big enough, we're going to remove everything from here and plant them in this bed. This is the cube by Vigo, and we have, I want to say this is Wakefield cabbage. And as you can see, they are big and starting to form a head. And we still have the rogue sweet potato vine that is in here also. But I recently gave them a feeding. So if you see anything that's brown or if the leaves look stained, that's what that is. Plants are doing good, doing real good. No insect pressure or anything like that. And if they keep going like this, maybe before the end of the year, we will be able to harvest some from here. This bed is made by Tramal. We have cabbage, and we also have cauliflower. And the cauliflower is starting to wrap itself. The taller plants are the cauliflower. It's starting to wrap itself. Again, no insect pressure. Leaves look very healthy and green. The cabbages are starting to form heads also. I'm really happy with the way everything is coming along. And maybe by December or the beginning of next year, in January, we will be able to harvest from this bed. So this is my collard green bed. We have 4 types of collards in: Georgia Southern, Alabama Blue, purple collards, and we also have Bates collards. And we also have a rogue tomato vine sitting in the middle. You might be able to see it. Surprisingly, when we had the recent cold snap here, the tomato vine, nothing really happened to it, and I guess that's because it's being surrounded by all the collard green plants that we have here. This raised bed is by a company called Grow Right, and it's the easiest raised bed to put together on the market. Instead of having the nuts and screws that most beds have, this just has a metal bar that slides in and holds everything together. You can literally put it together in about 10 minutes or so. This is the U-shaped bed by Veggies. You're looking at broccoli plants here. They are starting to take off and grow well. We also have some onions on the far side that I planted a few days ago. We have a row of spinach that we planted. We got the seeds from Hoss Tools, and they're coming up, growing slowly, but they are coming up. On the far end over there, the other part of the U, we have some cabbages, and we also have some um, radishes. And radishes really haven't done much of anything other than grow greens, but the everything else is starting to take off and do pretty good. Okay, in this bed we have garlic, and as you can see, everything has come up and is growing tall. We have fed these once, I think, maybe twice, but we have nice green stalks that are coming up and doing good. In the bed next to here, we have Brussels sprouts and I think cauliflower also. Oh, no, Brussels sprouts and broccoli. The Brussels sprouts are in the foreground. The broccoli is in the back. Brussels sprouts the plants are getting big. I'm not seeing any indication of Brussels sprouts growing yet, but we're still early in the process, so hopefully we will have some grow and do well. The plants are very healthy. I feed them every 7 to 10 days with a liquid diet of AgroThrive. For that matter, all the plants get it. The only exception to that will be my onions. I'll be giving them a granular fertilizer as well when I start to fertilize them. These are the Texas Super Sweet that we planted a couple videos ago, and hopefully they'll be catching and growing soon. And we planted the majority of them in this bed, and the extra we planted in other beds around the garden. And next to it, we'll walk over there in the middle in a few. We have the Vidora onions that I planted also from Hoss, and they're doing pretty good also. Okay, in the circular bed here, these are the Vidora that we spoke of, and these were the first set that we planted, and they're doing good. It looks like they're starting to get taller, and just like with the Texas Super Sweet, we'll be feeding them a granular diet of fertilizer as well as the liquid, and we will continue to do that until they reach the bulbing phase. So in this bed, we have more cabbages, two different types of cabbages. We also have some of the onions that we had left over. I believe these are the Texas Sweet. And we also have some Florida mustards. The Florida mustards are really starting to get big, and it won't be long before we'll be harvesting from them. In this bed, we have some onions that I started, as well as kale. And the kale, we did a video on that earlier this month. The kale is now starting to take off, doing good. We'll be harvesting from it sometime next month as well. So in this bed, we removed some tomatoes, the four determinate type of tomatoes that we had, and we up potted or removed the mustards that were growing in here as well. They were growing together in clumps. I had two clumps, and we went ahead and planted them separately, took them apart and planted them separately, and now they're starting to take off and get bigger. The bigger mustard that you see over to the left is a red mustard that I had growing in Pepper Row. I started this plant way back in the summer and it struggled, but it is now starting to look real good. The leaves are getting bigger. We also planted some of the Texas sweet onions that we had left over in this bed, and hopefully they will catch and do well also. And this is my my carrot bed, and we also have a few onions in it also. Carrots are really starting to put on the green tops, looking good. And we planted 8 onions in this bed. I believe these are the Vidora variety. Um, Only thing I'm going to do with this bed is continue to water it so that the soil stays moist as opposed to wet. And when I start to feed the onions, just like with the other ones, they'll be getting a granular um, fertilizer, ammonium sulfate, in addition to the liquid fertilizer. So here in container row and grow bag row, we have several varieties of red cabbage growing here. And on the far end, we have one remaining squash. Not looking too good, but it has fruit on it, and I need to go out and harvest it. We have 2 containers of leeks, and we have 3 containers of red cabbage also, and they're doing pretty good. My elephant ears and rose bush are doing okay. I have these connected to the drip system, but I haven't been using it. I've been hand watering them, and I have to do a better job making sure that they are getting water so that they don't dry out. Believe it or not, my area, Zone 9A, North Florida, we haven't had rain in over a month, and which is kind of odd for us, even though we are in the dry season. According to the weather guys, my area, northern Florida, is down almost 11, 12 inches from where it should be as far as rainfall. So this is my papaya plant that we up potted into the self-watering Vigo citrus planter. And it seems to have enjoyed that and liked it. It is doing real good. And up at the top here in the plant, we have lots of what looks like fruit trying to form. Now, whether or not we actually get papaya this year, uh, I'm not sure, but I am pretty confident that the plant will do real well in this planter here. I moved it from where I had it in the um, fruit tree area, mainly because during the cold snaps that we get, I wanted to move it and put it into the greenhouse. But the soil around here, due to the lack of rain, is very, very, very soft, and it makes it pretty difficult to move. So for the time being, it's going to stay here, and it's easier to just move it from this location into the greenhouse. But overall, the plant looks real good. It hasn't looked this good in a long while. So keeping my fingers crossed and hoping for the best. So I want to thank you for coming along with me while we gave you an update of what was going on for the month of November. As you can see, the garden is coming along, steadily growing, getting bigger, and we'll be producing a lot of food. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you enjoyed the video. You got something out of it. It brought a smile to your face and a little joy to your heart. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of food by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell all so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like my content, your family and friends will also, so it's okay to share. Go ahead and hit the hype button too. It'll help with the algorithm and boost the video even more. And make sure too to hit the like button. So until next time, always remember to give the thanks to God, for without him we are nothing. Stay blessed, stay strong, and grow, grow, grow.